What's up, boys? Back at it again with another video. Today is a cigar talk. You're probably thinking, cigar talk? Real ones know. First off, we tuck in like absolute gentlemen, especially during the cigar talk. We gotta keep it extra classy. And I haven't had a cigar for a little bit, but the weather right now is absolutely spectacular. So, with it being spectacular, I'm like, you wanna know something? Let's bring these back a little bit. Summertime is here. It's kind of game time, you know what I mean? But one thing I want to talk about, how nighttime is genuinely such a special part of the day, you know, and I'll tell you why. I guess for me, at the end of the night, everything becomes extremely real. In the mornings, I look at it as you should be dreaming. You know, I know it sounds like super like, wow, it's just you should be dreaming. There's things that are going to happen in the day. Anything can happen. Anything. That's what it's beautiful about mornings. But nighttime is so rooted in reality that at the end of the night, you have to think back like, did I give everything I got today? Did I actually empty the clip? Did I push my life as far forward as I possibly could? And it's a time just to be unapologetically honest with yourself. And a great metric to know that you're living by your standard is how easy you go to bed at night. If you're the type that looks up in the ceiling and you're kind of twiddling your thumbs and your thoughts are so loud you can't, typically it's a pretty bad sign that you're just not doing what you need to do. Cigar time, baby. Oh no. Come on. Did I really run out of juice? That's unbelievable. Absolutely perfect. Just needed to warm up a little bit. He's like, Uncle Rami, you know, it's been a while since you whipped me out. Nothing like a cigar at the end of the night to feel exactly what we just talked about. Man, I kid you not. Like, there's something about with me, and that's why a lot of people ask me, dude, you're a fitness guy. You know, how are you going to smoke cigars? And even then, sometimes I'll even have cigarettes. I'm not endorsing cigs. I'm just letting you know what I do, okay, from time to time. I'm not perfect, but I also believe in spending your health. You know, this is a quick segue, and then we'll get back on topic, but I think it's super important for people to know, you know, the more healthy and the more you're trying to dial up your health, there gets to a point where you're chasing these 0.1%, you know, health marks to just kind of go up. But in exchange, you allow health to abuse you versus you abuse your health. I almost look at it as possessions. You know, there's some people that get a nice car and they're like, hey, don't dirty it up and don't do. It's a toy. You should abuse your possessions. I fully believe this. Otherwise, the possession will abuse you. The whole point of health is freedom. Freedom over how you move your body, the way you think, the amount of energy that you have to dispose of, to then be able to do whatever. A lot of people don't take shots in life, or they're almost like, you know, I'm not going to do that. That's too risky. Because deep down, they don't think they have the energy to get themselves out if it were to go bad. That's the God honest truth. We'll have a cigar talk about that, but I really do want to talk about the end of the night because there is something about it that is so unbelievably special to me. And it's because I think my entire life I always had a problem with going to bed. Like sleeping was always a really, really rough part for me. And it wasn't like, oh, I get actually, growing up, crazy enough, I used to have crazy nightmares. Like getting up in the middle of the night, sleepwalking, screaming and shit. I was always a psycho. You know, there's always something wrong with me. I mean, there's no doubt about that. But a lot of it, even like as I got older and growing up, oh, it's so tasty. So tasty. These are my protein shakes. Absolutely phenomenal. But I used to have a problem going to bed at night as I got older as well, mainly because there was so much energy I felt like I had and I didn't know where to put it. And the only days that I felt like I went to bed easy at night were the ones that I really tried my best. Slept like an absolute animal at night whenever I gave everything I could to my day. And the problem with that is like, well, then I should just burn a bunch of energy. But then that kind of runs its course. Like, what am I just going to burn energy just to burn it? And we're all like that, man. Like, it's easier said than done. People tell you just do, you know, just work hard and just, but what the fuck do I work hard on? Like, no human is in the right mind is going to work as hard as humanly possible without a return. Like, in their heads, they need to be thinking, I'm at least getting this out of it. We are all built this way. And that's where there's a huge difference. This is the fine line between caring to produce for others in a weird way you gain from that, and those that just like, hey, how do I extract everything and grab everything and take everything that I can? I'll tell you that right now, takers are complete losers in life. Oh my gosh. I mean, I've never met one that has done anything that I looked at and was like, oh, that's impressive. Never. It's always the people that care to give more than they receive are always the most special people. They typically live the most special lives, but also the most loneliest ones as well, because, they get taken advantage of, and that's what people do. They take advantage of kindness. I keep getting off subject, and it's my apologies, but this is what you get with cigar talks. For me, I just reflect. I'm not sitting there trying to reflect. It's just like you can't help it. At the end of the day, I've given everything I got, and all I do is just play back tape on my day. What did I do? I don't really have a notes thing where it's like I did X, Y, and Z today. I don't do anything like that. I just really sit and just enjoy, and that's what the cigar does. It's almost like a cup of coffee. It's like an activity. It's like coffee talks, honestly. If you're new here, we do coffee talks. It's almost like coffee talks. I'm barely smoking the cigar, drinking my coffee during the coffee talks because I can't stop yapping. It's like just enjoy it. That's what the cigar, at least for me, it does. It facilitates that same feeling. I don't need it. I haven't had a cigar, to be honest with you, in quite some time. I think I've had one in the last probably few months. But this is typically what I like to do at the end of the night. It's just hard to explain. It's not like I do it purposely. You're exhausted. You gave everything you had in your day, and you're so proud of yourself. That feeling for me is why I keep working as hard as I do. People tell me all the time, you've been posting content for less than a year. How do you have as many videos as you do? Yeah, I mean, in my head, it's like that's the obsession. I do have a highly addictive personality, but it's volatile. And when you land on the thing, it's like everything else goes dark. Everything. And all you can see is the mission. And that's what I realize everyone's missing. Something that's worth giving everything you got to. And that's why I love the end of the nights. And you can see I'm very, very chilled out. Sometimes I get a little aggressive in the morning, but like I said, mornings for me is like, what can happen today? You just realize you wake up every day and you're like, anything can happen. Like, what an incredible way to wake up. And I'm not lying to myself. I just know that that's true. One day can change everything. And to have that opportunity, oh my gosh, of course you're going to be fired up. It's not even motivation. It's just like, let's go see what can happen. It's curiosity. It's all it is. And you're going to notice it over the coming years with AI chats and stuff and AI bots. Grok, is this true? Grok, can you verify this? Grok, tell me what's going on here. Everyone's losing their curiosity. They're just outsourcing their curiosity, and that's what makes us human. That's how we've been able to progress as much as we have. That's how greatness is found, is genuinely through curiosity. And the curiosity is, how far can I take this bitch? How far can I go? And there has to be some sick part of you that's like, I want to take it till I die. Not actually die, for YouTube. I had to think twice. See, look, they're censoring me. You're making me self-censor? What is this shit? But no, like, that's the point. Is like, it's a sick part of your brain that's like, how far can I go? I want to go till my body fails. Whether it's in training your mind, I'm talking about, like, especially with business and what you want to do with it, how far you want to take it. That's why I'm so excited for Crusadia. The first digital country? Are you psycho? What's wrong with you? What do you mean? No, not actually. No, actually. Because why not? If I know in my heart of heart I can do this, and I can do it better than anyone else could possibly even imagine in their own brains, then it's on me to prove that to be true. And I'll be the weirdo, I'll be the psycho, up until the moment everyone realizes, holy shit, this is actually bigger than we all expected. And it's like, yep. And the people that are here from the beginning are going to be in a fucking very firm spot in their lives where it's like, yeah, absolutely. I take care of business. That's what I do. I'm a ruthless operator. And that's the point. To me, it's almost trying to right the wrongs that I felt like the world has done to me. And it's not like necessarily to me specifically, or it's personal. It is personal. If you've watched a Jordan documentary, everything's personal. You know. Best of point is when you look at yourself at the end of the night, there's nothing you can lie to yourself with. You can lie all day long. During the day, you're with people, you can mask a lot of stuff, you can hide behind distraction. But there's something about that end of the night that levels you into reality and its truth. Something so beautiful about the nighttime for that reason. It's almost like the way people talk about early mornings. You know, there's just silence. But at the end of the night, all you have is what you did today. And you can't lie to yourself. Internally, you'll know, could have given more. I wish I would have done this more. I think if I would have managed this, I would have done this better. And it's not something you have to do a checklist at night. It's not how it works. And that's why I'm talking about having something that's worth laying your life out on the line for, and your mental sanity, and even physically. You know, being willing to truly lay it all on the line because you couldn't give a shit about how you feel about something or your physical well-being. How much hours of sleep did I get? None of it matters when you have the mission. None of it. And that's exactly what Crusadia will be. It's basically giving everybody else a mission that is their own within a nation, with people that see the world from a similar lens. No longer confined to your local environment of people that don't get it. Because I will tell you right now, and you know this if you're watching this, when you can't sleep at night because the thoughts in your head are so loud, mentally abusing yourself, you do anything to get rid of it. Anything. It's why people get into drugs. It's why people go through life constantly distracting themselves, scroll for endless hours, because that thought is looming. And especially at the end of the night, that's when it happens. That's why most people hit the motivational 2 a.m. motivational clip on TikTok. Tomorrow I'm going to change my life. And it never happens. Because you wake up and it's like, oh, I can do this, I can do that. I don't have that same, I have all these distractions that can just edge me along until I go to bed at night. That's why people make bad decisions at night. But it doesn't matter when you're doing what you need to do. There ain't going to be nothing biting you at night saying, oh, you want to know something? Oh, I'm at my weakest point at night. That didn't happen. All that happens is you look back on your day and you just say thanks. I'm so appreciative that I have something that forces the best out of me every single day. It's all every man wants. You think you want all this stuff, all that stuff. All it is you want to play life at your best. And you just keep on getting in your own way. And it's tough to get out of your own way. That's what the winners of the winners do well, better than anybody else. They just get out of their own way. That's it. It's as easy as that. And I'll tell you, man, that's the one thing about nighttime that is such a beautiful thing, is you get to look out. Obviously, it's a beautiful view, but it has nothing to do with that. I was doing this when I was in the Midwest when, you know, like you look outside and it's like a shit brown color just all year round. Unbelievable. Awful colors. I mean, if depression were a color, I'm convinced it would be the shade that I'd look out at the house at, you know? But, man, there's nothing like when you're doing what you need to do and you're paying the rent every single day, because the rent is due every single day. That's the mental shift that'll turn you from a boy to a man real quick. Knowing that you got to show up every day, but you have to have something that's worth showing up to every single day. You'll be able to go to bed at night like a baby. I don't need any time. When I hit the pillow, I'm out. Gave everything I got. I'm proud of what I did. I laid it all on the line. I trained twice today, like most pretty much every single day, in addition to working ridiculous hours. And it's not just doing work just for the sake of work, but like working on very difficult things, solving very difficult problems as things start progressing more and more. That's all it is. When people are in a rut, they don't feel like they're progressing. That's all it is. If you feel like you're stagnating, that's when that feeling starts seeping in. And there's moments of stagnation. There will be periods of time where you have to be kind of stagnant. You have to make sure you're just doing just the cleanup work and making sure everything's solid, the foundation of the building's solid, so when you go to build again, it builds, but it won't break on you. Everything serves its purpose. That's why when moments come where you're progressing like crazy, you don't take them for granted. You don't fix what's not broken. If it's broken, you fix it. When it's not broken, you run it to the ground. Easy as 1, 2, 3. Anyways, I do appreciate watching this video. I hope this is well worth your time. If there's anything you guys want specifically, maybe more coffee talks, extremely chill. Extremely chill. But you guys really got me in a headspace where I'm extremely relaxed. That's how I am at the end of the night. Very relaxed, very calm, not as bombastic and like, I always got passion, but it's like Zen, you know? It's kind of like Zen. It's appreciation more than anything because you kind of bled for it. But if there's anything you guys do want for me to talk about specifically for cigar talks or coffee talks, we'll have a lot of different talks. That's what we're going to start doing with this channel. Talks in different areas. Sounds awesome. But let me know. You drop it down in the comments. And if people like those comments, please, you guys give those a thumbs up. And that way I don't make a video on it. As always, y'all, I love you very much. From Uncle Rami to the Natural Crusaders. Crusadia coming to you soon on June 22nd. Hit the waitlist below button. I'm going to have the description in the description box. Get early access to it because I don't think I'm going to leave it open for more than a week, and that way the group that we have are going to be the first group of citizens for the first digital country, and that way you guys will be in the Hall of Fame. And I think that that would be sick. Maybe we can write stories about a lot of you guys that do really well, but you'll have a real opportunity at doing some special things in your real life. And then you have, everyone that's kind of seeing this world from a similar lens to help you along with, you know what I mean? That's kind of the point, is all for one and one for all. So I'm very excited for it. Anyways, I love you guys. Uncle Rami out. Peace.